chair. Welcome back to the Zac Clark Show. I have two people that I love here, and I love New York City because New York City brings people together when you would least expect it. So today I have with me KJ Dillard, who's running the Berlin Marathon for the Release Foundation, and Soo Saxton. Suan, I've known 3-4, how many years now?
5 or 6.
5 or 6 years. And the two of you know how. So how do we get here? How do you guys know each other? Just give the people.
Yeah, what was this, 3 years ago? We knew a mutual friend, Gabe Shaw, filmer, went to a spot. Yeah.
So this is all through skate culture. Yeah, there's Suan, can I say that you came through Release very early days, like one of our very. I mean, he was a child, and dude, give me some credit. I always leaned into your skating.
I mean, yeah, you're one of the reasons why I got back on the board. Because I didn't skate for like a couple of years when I was just struggling with mental health and stuff like that. And I just wasn't doing it. And Zach, I remember you tried to kickflip in the pool room. He almost got it, but he could ride. So I was like, oh, this guy's cool. And I just fell in love with the community at Release. So, but back to the story. We went to this spot. It was just me and Gabe, and then he's like, "Oh, one of my homies are gonna pull up." I'm like, "Yeah, cool, yeah, more the merrier." So then KJ pulls up. I'm like, "Who is this guy? I don't know if I like him."
Yeah, I didn't like you either.
We start skating. He starts doing his trick, got the trick, and I was like, "Oh, all right, this guy can skate, respect." And then after that, we kind of just hit it off and continued to skate and got clips, and then. We're best friends now.
Yeah.
Legit best friends.
No, legit best friends. This is my brother, for real.
Unbelievable. And so, KJ, so where was the spot? I mean, give me some I need.
It's called the Harlem Banks. It's on.
Are you not supposed to say this because you're not supposed to be skating there? Are you
No.
It's culture.
It's Harlem 125th on the red line, the stop. Right below the bridge, there's these steep banks. And you can go up them, do tricks. You can go up and then grind the top into the highway. So it's a little dangerous if cars are coming. But KJ did a backtail shove it, and I was like, "Wow,
who's better? Who's the better skater?"
We got.
I mean, we're different. I'm a fan of Soo. He's my favorite skater for sure. I think he's better than me, but also I'm good too.
I would say we have different styles.
Yeah, it's just different styles. We skate similar things, but also different stuff. So
I had the Shadow trucks, the Spitfire wheels, the New Deal deck. Are any of these companies still around?
No, New Deal's not around. Spitfire is. Shadow, I've never heard of. You said Shadow trucks?
Shadow trucks. You remember Shadow trucks? I think they were red. They had the Grind King Venture trucks.
Okay, Venture, yeah. And then Grind King, too, was a truck brand.
Grind King's still around.
They are?
I don't really meet a lot of people that skate them, but, their ads will come up on my feed, and I'm like, oh, wow, they're still around. They make all these innovative, technology things, but I'm not
So you've been skating how long? So.
I mean... Before middle school, so 17, 18 years.
And KJ?
16 years since 2010.
And you're born and raised in New York?
No, born in Arizona, raised in Kansas City, Missouri.
When did you move to New York?
Around COVID is when I first started coming out here. And then it was just I was back and forth from here in LA. So
why did you start coming out here?
Just I always fell in love with New York. The first time I came here, from a skateboarding culture, I was just wow, this place is amazing. It's very tough to skate. But I enjoyed being around a lot of people and that challenged me because in LA, I wasn't getting that. LA, everything's spread out. If you want to skate, you go to a spot, hop in the car. You're in the car for hours at a time sometimes. And it's just where New York's hop on the train or just skate somewhere and you're there.
It's part of the thrill chasing the spot, right? Because you get you get chased away.
Oh,
right?
yeah, you get kicked out. I mean, that's just anywhere though. Skateboarding, unfortunately, is still not fully legal.
Yeah,
Like
as
if you're
much
street
as it-
skating, yeah.
As much as it has come up with like into fashion and the popularity, like it's always gonna be from like security guard aspect, like unliked, or like we're always gonna have that stigma of like they're destroying property,
Yeah.
they're like degenerates, they smoke weed all day, like so I think that always will be the same depending on like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just more popular now because you have it in fashion, you have it in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like it's more mainstream than
Right.
ever. But it's still like a subculture. So it's still like a culture of outcasts. And like that's where we all, as skaters, we all meet that common ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and Soo recently, a couple months ago, came to me and said, I have this friend, KJ, who wants to run the marathon for us. And I think what's really powerful about that is we all have stories. One of the most, I want to get into your story because I know you want to talk a little bit about that. I want to get into the mental health and substance abuse thing within the skate community. But I want to start with you, Soo, because your story is probably one of the most powerful ones in my career. You know, when I met you, your name was Peter.
Yeah.
Your name was Peter. You're adopted.
Yep.
And we got a call up in Westchester that Peter Saxton was going to, move into one of our properties. And so Peter, as we knew him then, moved in. And you were with us for probably 3 or 4 months, and we took a camping trip. And we were out in the woods, and you had a moment where I think you finally felt like you took some of your power back. And I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember what you said to me in that moment? About your name? You're like, I don't want to be, my name's not Peter.
No, I don't remember. What did I say?
So, all right, so let's dial it back. You're adopted. Your parents name you Peter. Your name, your birth name is not Peter. Your birth name is Suan.
Yeah.
Right? SOO-HWON.
Yeah, so it's Peter Joseph Soo Saxton.
Right.
So the hospital, when I was 3 months old, adopted to America, the hospital gave me the name Suan.
The hospital did.
Yes.
Got it.
okay.
So, regardless, we're in the woods, and you are sitting there, and you look me in the eye. You're like, my name's not Peter. I don't want to go by Peter. I want to go by Suan. I want to go. And so then I went back, we went back to the campfire where everyone was going hanging out. And I was like, yo, we're not calling him Peter anymore. We're calling him Soo. And so now if you meet this guy that I'm sitting next to in the real, what do you know him as?
Soo.
Yeah. Soo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was powerful, man. That was part of you, I feel like, coming into your own. I don't know if you remember that, but.
Yeah, I think coming to release, I just wanted a fresh start completely. And I feel like, that's when the skating came in, where I'm like, it's part of the old me, my old life. I'm trying to start new. And that's kind of why I wasn't skating as much. But being called Soo-Hwan, and then eventually you and Neil helped me get back into skating and going to the Yorktown skate park every day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's crazy
I
that
love you, dude.
release was a part of your skate comeback.
I know.
Dude, we bought boards. We bought truck.
Yeah.
They're still hanging up in the garage. You probably snapped a few of them, but
Dang, dude.
and that's what's so big. I mean, I heard a story early in my career is like, if someone's doing something that fills their cup, you got to find a way to help them do that, right? There was this kid that was getting arrested all over New York for graffiti, and he was kind of in and out of the recovery rooms in New York. And one of his mentors said, here's a blank canvas. You can do this legally in my workshop or and this guy started just practicing graffiti and not doing it illegally. And that story just resonated with me because we're told no so much in life that it's,
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm so proud of you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
And now you're just a huge advocate for mental health, and you still work with us here and keep shit tight.
Yeah, I'm
and
not going anywhere.
I love you, dude. I love you. And so you meet this guy, KJ.
Mm-hmm.
You guys become fast friends. And then at what point, KJ, does Soo introduce release to you like this? How is he talking about release?
I just knew that was his place of work. And then as we got closer, he told me about his story and how release played into that. And I was like, oh, with me, I'm someone that appreciates testimonies. I've personally dealt with my own journey with things. So to be able to connect with someone on that level, it was like, oh, okay, he's different. Like, because some people, it's just like, it's very surface level with them, and they don't really like dive deep into that, like their backstory. But with Soo, it was like, we connected instantly, not just because of skateboarding, not because of our age, but also just because of like, just, I don't know, he struggled. And like, I saw how he was like able to incorporate his job into like, yeah, his everyday life too, you know, and just like things that he like deals with.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what is your reason that you are, I mean, so like for those of you who are listening, the Release Foundation, we provide scholarships to people who are struggling with substance abuse or mental health challenges from underserved populations. And for some reason that charity spoke to you when Soo started talking about it. Mm-hmm. Can you elaborate on that? Or
I've always, I want to say, since I was like in middle school, I started struggling with like mental health issues. I remember in high school, I was diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, and depression. And I always felt like an outsider. And like growing up in Kansas City, like, especially like as a black skateboarder, I was always like an outcast. And so like, I didn't know sometimes how to process like my feelings. And also I didn't realize like a part of like what I was feeling was also just because like I was, you know, I had mental health issues. And like at that time, like that was like what, like around the time I skate, like early 2010s, mental health wasn't as big of a,
yeah, no one was talking about it.
Yeah, no one's talking about it. Like now it's like, it's trendy. We have social media where everyone's talking about it. Back then it was just like, oh, like you're weird. And so like that's all through high school I felt like that. Even like as a young adult I felt like that. But I always like knew like there's people out there that are struggling with this, but they don't have a voice or they don't have resources to get help. Thankfully, like when I was a freshman in high school, I like was in counseling and stuff, and that was like a blessing because like a lot of people don't have like that resource. So like to be able to like run for a foundation like Release that provides those scholarships for somebody who, you know, can't really afford it, like you, like yeah, you know what I mean? Because like that, even though I had counseling, being able to actually have like a bigger support would have helped me so much. And like thankfully like I was able to have skateboarding that really helped me through that. But yeah, I want to be able to raise money for someone who doesn't have those resources. Yeah.
So when you were, I mean, I walk in this room today and I see you and Soo. I'm like, these are the two coolest kids I've ever met. You know, like there's so much aura. But like hearing you say, you know, I'm diagnosed with anxiety, depression, ADHD, and I'm a black skateboarder growing up in Kansas City. Like you felt out of place. Were you being treated that way, or was that a story you were telling you? And like, were you being bullied, or was that a story?
Oh, no, I was being bullied. Like,
yeah,
yeah. Like it still affects me to this day. Just like how I go about certain things. Like I'm very sensitive. Just because like I also played sports too, and so it was just like one of those things where it's like skateboarding was like my hobby, but I was also into like basketball and football. And then everyone who I like grew up around who was playing all those sports, they would always like tease me, or just like kids at school would tease me because like, oh, you skateboarder, like Black Tony Hawk, blah blah blah, all this like shit. And I'm just like, I don't know. It went deeper though. Like, and then in skateboarding, I dealt with it too, because like it wasn't as diverse, that scene, as it is in LA or New York, where it's like you have different skaters from
it's a melting
different
pot,
backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a melting pot. There was just like, there might have been like one or two other black kids like in my community that skated. And then it was just like, oh, okay. And then they were like on their own thing. I just always felt like I was on my own thing, like until I became an adult, and then people were accepting me for like, oh, like that's dope, you skate. And then it became cool. And now it's just like, oh, I'm able to like, you know, reap the benefits of being a black skateboarder now. But it wasn't like always like that, you know?
Did you ever want to quit because it was just too much?
At times I think I wanted to quit because it was challenging. But like the love I had for skating, like I just could never quit. And so like I think that also taught me like about life stuff. Like even when it gets hard, like you may want to quit, but just keep going. You know.
And now, have you stayed in contact with any of the guys or girls that you grew up with? And do you have friends from those days, or did you kind of pull the ripcord and now you're in New York and kind of building fresh?
I mean, I have a few friends from back home that I still like keep in touch with, but yeah, I mean, when I like moved to LA from Kansas City at first, I like made friends out there, and then when I moved to New York, made friends out here.
Good
so
for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I forgive everyone that like didn't treat me well, but you know, it made me strong, so I'm thankful for that. Yeah.
Forgiveness is the hardest thing. Forgiveness is the hardest thing, and I just, I commend you for sticking with it. I mean, I can't imagine, I look at the two of you guys and I'm so proud, I'm so proud to be on this journey with you. I mean, I think it's hard you talk about it like with social media, it is very trendy. A lot of people are talking about mental health. A lot of people are talking about substance abuse, but there's not a lot of people that are actually doing something about it. So you running for us, and you obviously, Sue, with the work you do, I mean, it's very valuable. It's very valuable. Talk to me about how mental health is perceived in the skate community.
I think a lot of skaters still look at it as like you're weak if you like deal with these things, or they cover it up with like drinking or drugs.
Yeah, I think especially for men in general, right? We're supposed to be tough. We're not supposed to have feelings. So I feel like that in itself like doesn't help at all. But I think skateboarding always, from personal experience, has always been like an outlet for me to help me like clear my mind and get grounded again. So I think everything with that, we all share the same. Like,
yes,
it helps, but with like mental health and yeah, I'm not really sure. Like,
I still don't think there's an outlet for skaters.
I don't think
besides
unless
skateboarding.
Like, besides me and you, we talk about certain things, but I think like if you go to Tompkins Square Park and like you start talking about skating, like, different brands, and then you start talking about mental health, I feel like if you don't really know somebody, you'd be kind of weird if you were you talking to a random person about it, which is just like terrible. Like, you should feel like you can talk about these things with like even strangers, Yeah,
because in other art areas, it's like very welcoming. And skateboarding, it's still like not welcoming, which is interesting because it's like, aren't we all here because we don't feel welcomed in like our community? And it's just like, I don't know, like that still bothers me.
Is that why you picked up skating though? Because you didn't feel welcomed anywhere else? Is that like, was that an attractive part of this culture to you?
Yeah, I mean, I always thought it was cool. I thought it was fun, but I also liked how I could just do it on my own time. Like, no one was like telling me how to do it, when to do it. And it was just like, yeah, the culture was cool. I was like, oh, everyone kind of just does what they want. You know what I mean?
No, I remember. I mean, like, look, for me, part of growing up skating, I mean, it was about smoking a Marlboro Red behind the shed. It was about kind of wearing the baggy jeans and the chain wallet and the etnies and the backwards hat with the long hair and feeling like I was going against the system a little bit. And I don't think I realized until sitting with you guys here that there's probably actually a little bit of a stigma. Like, you see a skater on the street, you make assumptions about how they're living their life.
Yeah, 100%.
Because of the way that they are dressed. And
no, I agree. Like, I tell people I skate and they're like, wait, I would have never thought you skate. Like, people that don't know me, I'm like, yeah, like I skate.
And so what does it look like today? Like, if you guys like you're sitting in your house on a Saturday and you get a text from him, like you want to go, like, is it skate dates? Like, how are people moving today? Like, no, I'm serious. Like,
I feel like it's, we're either working on certain videos or we just want to go out and like not be too stressed about getting clips. So it's like, let's just go to a spot and like practice like new tricks, and then like we whip out the phones, we get like iPhone footage, so like it's kind of a mix. And then if we're working on projects, we're like, all right, like tomorrow this is the spot, like Greg's gonna meet us, you got to get clips for the video, we'll be there at 2:00, like, and then right after we'll go to this next spot at like 5 or 6. So it's a little bit more like high stress level when like we're filming for a project. But yeah, I think like, the day before I'll hit up KJ, yo, like, let's go just mess around at the park, maybe get some clips, learn something new. Yeah.
For you, I think it's more serious right now for Soo than it is for me. I've kind of like taken a step back from skating, just from like the business side of it, just because like it was a lot on me. And like I do other things as well, like I'm in fashion and stuff like that. So I just like, I still respect Soo so much, especially at our age, that he's still putting 110% into this. Like, he's been working on this video that's coming out next week. And I remember like I was there when he was getting his ender, and I was just like, this is crazy that you still have that drive. Like, cause I'm over there just like, oh, I was like working out yesterday, I'm just like chilling or whatever. Like, my legs hurt, but like he's still just like going. And like that's dope.
Where's the video coming out?
Quarter Snacks. It'll be out actually tomorrow, Wednesday, September 10th. It's like 4 or 5 minutes long. So
he's got some bangers in there. Yeah,
it's good, dude. It's hard, you know, like especially not being like contracted or a pro skater. I'm not making any money from skateboarding, so it's just pure like my passion for it. I fell in love with it when like my brother had a skateboard and like I was flipping it like on the side of a staircase and snapped it, and he got super pissed off. And then that Christmas, I asked for a skateboard, and then like just went on YouTube and kind of taught myself. But like ever since then, like I don't know, I just want to keep doing it until I can't. And like,
what separates you from the guy that's making money doing it? Is it just skill, or is it catching a break, or someone seeing your video? Like, do we just need to pump this video out to get Soo paid?
It's politics. It's skate politics.
It's politics, especially now. Like all the brands that were like skater owned, they're all owned by like corporate people that don't know anything about skateboarding. So they're like, which skateboarder is going to make us money? Which one's going to give us the most attention? Which one has the most followers? But for the people that are like pro and making money, it's like, I feel like if their drive goes down, they're like, okay, well, I still have to do this because I need to. I have a contract to do. I have to be in certain videos. How many videos? For how many minutes? So like, I feel like when they get down that low, they're like, okay, well, it's my job.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he's a professional. Like, he works like a professional. Like, he skates like a professional. Like, you are at that level. Like, honestly, both of us are. It's I mean, we both had an opportunity to get pro models from like your old sponsor.
Yeah.
We turned it down though. It wasn't time because like, I don't know.
I just wasn't ready.
Yeah,
I think
it's just like,
I could be better. I could get better. I'm not at my best. Like,
yeah.
And yeah, it was just too early on.
Yeah. But see, that's a professional mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
No, it's inspiring. I mean, even just sitting here talking to you guys, thinking about the ways that you connected just around kind of your shared journeys, and the fact that you have this bond. You're gonna catch your break. You know, I've been saying that for years. It's gonna happen. Maybe it's with this quarter snack. Quarter snack?
Yeah, quarter snacks.
Quarter snacks?
Yeah.
It's coming out. You know, we'll pump it out there to the interwaves and see if we can get some love. And so let's just real quick go back to Berlin. Is when? What's the date?
September 21st.
So we're like 2 weeks out.
Yeah, 2 weeks away.
You're raising money. Anything you would like to say to someone who's listening? Obviously, you have your fundraising page. You have a personal journey. You want to kind of reach out and touch that young KJ who maybe is out there right now that can't afford mental health services.
For sure. Honestly, like, to anyone listening, just like, don't give up. Like, no matter what you're going through, like, continue to push, because it does get better. And everything's like a mindset at the end of the day. I remember like when I was younger, something always told me like just to keep going. And even when like things didn't work out, that's because it wasn't meant to be. And like doors shut, and that's fine. It wasn't for you, but something else will open. And like, I never would have thought in a million years I'd be sitting here at your place of work, like running for the foundation, right? And running a marathon to begin with. I never would have thought I'd be running a marathon. Like, I never thought about that, but like now I'm like passionate about running, and like I'm passionate just about release. So yeah.
Dude, we appreciate you, Soo. You know I have so much love for you. KJ, we're going to send you all the vibes. We got a big crew going over there. Caitlin's in the... How many we got going over? 15 runners.
Okay.
You don't have to win. You just got to finish.
Yeah, I just want to finish. That's it.
And I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you soon. This won't be the last time the Release community sees KJ, sees Soo. And maybe Release has to throw down on a sponsorship or something. Maybe we got to get the skate brand going with it. Yeah.
I'm with it.
All right, that's a wrap for this little quick chat impromptu, Soo. KJ,
yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yeah.